everybody, and welcome to the Fandom Flux Podcast, episode 136. I'm your host, Casey, and with me we have Zero.
Hey guys, how you doing?
And Guy.
Hello, I guess.
And
Yeah,
Kenshiro.
hello.
Hi. Kench 618. Blah.
That's the worst intro I think he's ever given.
Yeah.
Come on.
Oh well. Alright. So, we're starting the show. Guess
Yay.
how? Hey Guy, lead us off.
Lead off with what?
What we've been doing.
Oh, right, yeah. This is strange, I'm not used to doing this. It rarely happens that I go first.
I like how we're having fun with it. It's good.
Right, anyways, what I'm doing, I'm playing Rocket League right now, actually.
Oh, cool.
So, a bit distracted at the minute. And, yeah, it's a good game. Pretty fun to play, just as a time waster. What else have I been doing? Oh, I went to go see the new Independence Day movie the other day. That was
Why?
alright.
Oh, God.
Oh, you saw that too?
Yeah,
So, it's a great movie, right?
it's pretty much exactly what I was expecting, to be honest.
I like it. I will like say what you want about how the fact that the story spread too thin and they have too many subplots and characters for you to care about any of them, or how one of the quote-unquote main characters has only 4 lines in the entire movie. But there's some serious destruction porn in there. I mean, it goes to another level.
Yeah, I mean, the planet is over. Humanity is over in that movie. I'm not just talking about hypothetical. They drilled about... as soon as that starship landed, that was a meteorite. Completely Earth destruction event. Everybody is dead. There was absolutely no threat in there.
And even if you take into account, oh yeah, it slowed down, I guess. Well, it's still like destroyed half the planet.
Yeah.
They have a ship that's 3,000 miles big.
As soon as that
3,000
thing landed,
miles.
Isn't that like continent size?
yeah, that's probably about half the planet. Well, it wasn't a thing anyways.
Like, oh man, it was...
The only thing that could land on would be like a gas giant, because there would actually... the surface of the Earth would be like a bump underneath it.
No, it's not that big. It's
Well, what is it, like the circumference of the Earth is like, what, 2,000 something miles?
21,000.
21,000. Okay, so then we're good.
Okay, no,
Yeah, well,
not quite
it
too
feels-
big then, fair enough. It's not to the point where I'll just sort of sit on the very center of it and then just sort of wobble around whenever anyone moves.
It's like...
A lot
It
bigger
looks
than
like-
the
it looks
asteroid
like-
that killed the bird dinosaurs.
Yeah.
The planet is totally dead after that thing landed.
It's like Earth is wearing an eye patch, basically. That's how, like...
Or a monocle.
And that eye patch has spread across most of its face. Like a parasite.
Alright. That's a turn of phrase, I guess.
We got Kenshi's attention with a very, very bizarre metaphor that I think
I've
was an
been
anime
listening.
plot at one point.
I just don't have anything to say. 'Cause I haven't seen
Independence
that movie.
Day is, at least there was a good action scene at the end.
Yeah, it was pretty much exactly what I expected from the sequel. The same plotter as the first one, just on a much bigger scale, much better special effects, and everything else is just diluted because of it.
Much worse speeches. Lots of parents dying for no reason. Yeah.
No
It
wonder
was-
Will
it was-
Smith didn't
you
want
get
to
a
get him
dead parent,
attacked.
and you get a dead parent, and you get 2 dead parents.
Yeah, but so long as you don't think about it too hard, it's a good movie just to vegetate in front of, really. There was some nice action sequences in it. CGI
Yeah.
was decent.
Just don't expect to really care about any of the characters or know anything about them.
Pretty much. Yeah, what else have I been doing? stuff going on at work which I won't mention, and you know what? I'm just going to call it. Yeah, that's my thing over. I talked about a movie.
Okay, fair enough.
Well, at least you did something this week.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's something.
yeah. Kenshua, are you still wrapped up? Or...
I'm still occupied.
Okay. I guess I'll go next then. So I have been writing.
You've been very active,
Yes, you
sir.
have. It's weird. I'm not used to it.
Yeah, I am technically the most prolific person on this podcast right now. Which is weird being on a podcast with Kenji. But, you know, that's fine. I'm okay with it. I will take this responsibility as the most active member of this podcast in writing circles as seriously as you all have, which is to say not at all. But, you know, It's pretty cool, right?
Well, when the majority of the chapters you released were just fixed versions of stuff you already wrote.
Yeah, which is the most mind-numbing type of writing.
Yeah, but for me, my stuff is like 5 to 6 times as long, and I'm writing each chapter individually.
Okay. But,
Unless I release a short chapter, in which case I'm lazy.
yeah, so that's been fun, writing a bunch of stuff for Naruto Fox, and did a chapter of Whitest Man in Skyrim, and that one went okay.
And a little something else, right?
I've started another chapter of Whitest Man in Skyrim. Yeah, I've made some progress on that, and then I did another thing. I did another very, very dumb. Alcohol might have been involved in the decision.
I mean, some of the best decisions in history are made when you were drunk, or people, not you in
Not
general.
sure whether this counts as one of those, but, you know, it was a decision. So, some of you may be familiar with the most, you know, noticeable thing that I have ever done as, like, you know, including this podcast, or, like, any of my writing stuff, or, you know, yeah... I'm still recognized for Persona 4 Face Every Shadow. I hate that so much. Like, you remember when I recommended This Bites, the One Piece story? And the guy wanted to know what the fuck the podcast was and who we all were. So, one of our fans, guy on Space Battles at least, I don't know what he goes by on fanfiction.net, but he goes by Twilight666, he decided to outline everything that we have done. And, you know, Kenshi got the highlights like Shinobi on the High Seas, because it was a One Piece fic, so it was relevant, and all the other Naruto stuff that he's done. Zero got M1N470 and Celestial Suicide Mage, and Slicer got, he does a bunch of beta stuff. Serpent Guy, naturally, got his 9 minutes, and the other one that he does in Space Battles. And I got Persona 4 Face Every Shadow and fuck all else. You know, the story I abandoned 2 years ago.
The story which in terms of, like, because you stopped it, it's now being passed up by everything else in the category.
Yep.
But at the time it was big.
It was big, and it was also the worst thing I've written, by evidence of the fact that it was the first thing I'd written. Literally the first thing I wrote, and it became the one thing that I'm remembered most for, and I hate that
it's the same
so
with me and,
much.
It's the same with me and N1470, but you're like, I'm not going to stop it until I finish it, because I'm at least going to see this one to the end.
Yeah, I'm getting the same way with 9 minutes, actually. That's probably the biggest thing I'm known for, when I stop that. So.
Like, I'd love to rewrite my story at this point. There's so many problems with it.
So, I had a good think about that. And I watched some videos from Persona 4 Golden, the game, not the anime. I'm like, And what if I... Hey, Zero. I had a
So
thought.
let me say this. I had a really weird day that day in that I went to work at like 5, right? And then my boss was like, we have another person coming in, so you can just go home because we need the new guy to get more experience. So I'm like, okay, and I worked for a total of 10 minutes, and I leave my work and I check my phone, and Casey's like, yo. And then I'm like, okay, so what's up, Casey? And then it eventually devolved in him being really, really upset at like everybody knowing face every shadow. And he's just like, I could rewrite it. I could make it better. I could rewrite it. I'm like, man, you don't want to go down this road. You don't. It's like, but it could be so good. And I'm like, well, you could rewrite it, sans the Sam Jazz, and do your own thing. And then he cursed me out as he went to writing it.
Yeah, pretty much. That's pretty much how it went. Yeah. Yeah. So I deleted the, abandonment notice chapter at the end of the original that had basically spoilers from the original plot. Deleted that, uploaded a announcement of the rewrite, complete with mic drop, by the way. I thought Kenshi would approve. And started Persona 4, Face Every Shadow, The Golden. Yes, the title has 2 colons in it.
Isn't that great? Top quality.
So, yeah, that's a thing that I'm going to be working on every now and again. Like, probably every couple of days I'll get another one of those out because it's not difficult, but it's dull. So, and rewriting the plot and fixing stuff as I go along. Like, the amount of times I screwed up tenses during that story, it's astonishing. It really is. So
what I find amazing is that if my boss hadn't given me permission to just leave my shift after working for just 10 minutes, we wouldn't have had that conversation and you wouldn't be doing this.
Remains to be
so
seen.
So it's all your
fault. Yeah. It is basically all Zero's fault, yes.
So you basically
gave him that final push.
You basically called Zero like he was like you were checking he was one of your girlfriends to just dish about something that pissed you off in passing. And that led to you making a momentous decision to rewrite your entire first story.
Yeah. You could say, well, since we're talking about a Persona story, you could say that all Zero did was, give me a little push. Just a little push. It's a quote from the game.
I don't get that reference.
No, no one does. Not even Zero does, probably. Slicer would have got it. But he's not here, because he's got shitty internet. But, it's fine. I'm okay with it. It's fine. No one gets my references. Alright, well, so, yeah, rewriting that with the updated content from Golden, which leads me into the next thing I did for my week, which was I bought a PSTV thingy so that I could play Golden. That's literally the only reason.
Oh, okay. How much did that set you back, Mr. I don't have a job right now?
£35.
Yeah, it's cheap, actually.
They are worth literally nothing, especially since they've been discontinued. No one wanted them.
All right, fair enough.
My brother has a PS Vita, and I bought him Golden one Christmas. I can just play it on his if I want to.
Yeah, I would totally have gotten a Vita instead if it would have been cheaper and wouldn't have been on a tiny, 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 tiny screen. So, I think I got the better deal out of that.
I have a Vita because the world is boring.
Yeah, but that's a selling point for mobile games more than anything else. I mean, they're boring too, but it's not £200 of boring.
I got to get my Super Street Fighter 4 in on the go.
Yeah. So I have that now, and I spent the past 3 hours setting it up. That was fun. Found out that I actually have a headphone jack on my monitor, which is kind of nice because I've been plugging them into the controller, and that just really ratchets down the quality of the sound. So it's kind of nice. Also, I went to... Today we had basically a meetup of all the people that were shit-canned from my job. you know. So that was a couple of hours of awkwardness, and
I like that that's the way you put it.
yeah. So funny thing, apparently, like, literally the day after the shop closed, one of our competitors decided to put a post up on Facebook just literally shitting all over us and saying, look how great we are in comparison to how shit they were. We must have run them out of business. Aren't we great? Yeah. Oh, also, all the best to the people that got shit canned. You know, those some classy people in the city. It's really...
I mean, what you told me about your city, I'm not surprised. Yet, I wish that it wasn't that way for you.
Yeah. Also, like 70% on the leave vote. Just gonna throw that out there. Not gonna really drag us through it, but you know, just wanted that little tidbit of information to be well known.
Don't mention the Brexit voters. All that we've been talking about at work, I'm sick of all it. Let's not bring it up here.
I imagine it's very relevant for you that has to go into different countries to do stuff. But
yeah. I know. It's going to get annoying.
Yeah. Let's not. The country is apparently majority idiots. So, you know, I like that that's confirmed officially, but whatever.
No one likes that to be confirmed officially. I mean, you can think about it, but you don't want to know it for sure.
It's nice to be in the top 50% of people in terms of intelligence. That's kind of nice to know.
I would like that if I were in any job of any...
It's nice to have a top percent rat-a-tat.
Zero's just kind of out of his depth, apparently. So, yeah, so... kind of in a related story to the whole going to the meetup thing, I also went into a game to get a PSTV because Amazon are being shit right now. Like, really, really shit. Like, I try and buy anything, and it's like, yeah, I'll probably get it to you in like a month. Yeah.
What?
Probably. I mean, you know, if it gets to you. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with it, but everything I bought has had delivery times in July at the earliest. So,
well, that's because you need Amazon Prime.
Apparently. So, yeah, that happened with the PSTV I ordered. So I was like, okay, that's never going to get here, so I'll just buy one from Game and, I don't know, sell on or return the one that gets here when it gets here. That's fine.
Can't you cancel it?
Not after it's already been sent out, which it technically has, apparently. Still going to be fucking July.
Send it to me.
See, I thought. So, a couple days ago I got a package, and it was a tiny little thing. Just a little box. I thought it was going to be the data cables for my hard drive that I bought. That didn't come with fucking data cable. What the... Whatever. So, that's what I thought it was, and I just left it because... just fucking data cable. I haven't got my shit sorted, so I'm not going to install the hard drive yet. So I figure I may as well go get the PSTV from Game while I'm up there. So I do. Come back.
I see what this is.
Wow, this thing is actually kind of tiny. I was expecting it to be bigger. Wait. Wait.
Oh, Casey.
So yeah, it looks like I'm returning the one from Game, so that's actually kind of more convenient, but yeah, I feel like a dumbass.
Maybe it said June instead of July.
No, it said July. I checked. Because I'm still waiting.
I'm still waiting on my hat. Problems.
I bought a hat 2 weeks ago. Still waiting on it. It's gonna get here eventually, I assume.
What kind of hat?
Trilby.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a cool hat.
It's really not.
It is. It's a very cool hat.
Listen, guy, just because you think people who wear hats are hipsters.
In fairness, it is very much a hipster hat, but still.
I mean, I can't blame the piece of clothing. I mean, it takes more than just the hat to make a hipster, in my opinion.
Yeah, you have to wear a waistcoat. By the way, I'm considering purchasing a waistcoat just to wear casual.
Well, I mean, you kind of are hipsterish.
You just
Yeah,
need
pretty
a
much.
waistcoat and a hat, and then you can appear live in videos as a character. There you go.
Okay.
You can appear
That
like
one
Oh,
You'll-
like
you'll
like
be
a YouTube
like-
personality type thing.
yeah.
Yeah. It's not
I
a bad
mean,
idea,
you got
actually.
the unique feature of the white hair, and if you get the beard, then you become Santa Claus. So it all works out.
Yeah, fuck you, but you know.
Ooh, Casey, grow your beard out so in the wintertime you can season as Santa Claus.
Okay, Ken.
That's a Christmas job.
Would you like to know how many times I have heard that joke?
Yes. The ones.
It is probably about the same amount of times you've been confused with Samuel L. Jackson.
So 0.
Yeah, I can't imagine that happening very often.
Everyone knows who Samuel L.
Okay,
Jackson
I'll
is.
rephrase. As some other black guy. Just
So
saying.
0 times.
Little offensive, just saying. You know. Heard that joke a lot. Really starts really fucking irritating you eventually. Anyway.
That's okay. I have an albino friend.
Okay. Fair play. Yeah. So one other thing happened to me. That former work meetup thing. The girl that did the marketing stuff, she used to do the posters for like sales and things like that. She actually got us gifts and stuff, and she was very, very precise with how we should open the box. So I got home, opened the box how she told me to, pull it out. It's a fucking cactus-like thing. Okay, it's weird, but it's, you know, nice gesture. So I'm holding it. It's covered in this like cellophane plastic stuff. I'm like, okay, it's got a knot tied around it, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to untie that and pull it out. Getting stabbed the whole time because, you know, cactus. So I undo the knot, try to pull the cellophane off, and the whole thing goes out of the plant pot, all over my landing, all over the whole way.
Yay.
Yep.
This is just a banner week to be Casey right now.
Yeah, kind of.
Well, come on, weren't you a bit
Sunshine
suspicious when
daisies.
she gave you instructions on how to open the box?
Yeah. In fairness, I opened the box and pulled the thing out, and it was fine. And it was a plant. I was like, okay, that's weird. And okay, I'm gonna open the thing, and then pulling the cellophane off basically pulled the plant out of the plant pot. It's not an easy thing to fix once it's happened. So it's
Constant vigilance.
I hate you, Zero.
I'm sorry. I'm just being a bit of a dick right now.
A little bit, but you know, it's whatever. It's cool. All right. So yeah, that's pretty much my week. I started playing Pillars of Eternity again, planning to actually finish it at some point this time. It's still fun, still a good game.
I still can't get past the point and clickiness of it.
Yeah, that's because you're lame.
That's right.
Pretty much. Yeah. So, that's pretty much my week, I think.
All right.
Yeah, that's my week. Kenshua, do we have you yet?
You can. I can talk now.
Okay.
So my week has been. Let's see. Where should I start? Okay, I'll start here because it pissed me off. All right. So I've been telling you guys I'm writing the book. I finally started on it, and I am 20 pages in after working for a week.
Oh, cool.
It was like 25, but everything I wrote yesterday is gone because I lost it somehow. I don't have any idea how this happened.
That
What's the
kind of
book
sucks.
about?
It does suck. I'm very unhappy. Now I got to figure out all that shit I rewrote and try to figure out how I did it in a way that... Because it felt right when I was doing it, now I got to redo it. And I don't remember what I did. which is a problem for me.
What's your story about?
Well, this one, it's not different. It's different from the one I told you about. It's basically about, I'm going to try some spy thing about some dude who is recruited. Or you know how you hear about, this is not topical and still might not be right, but you hear about, sometimes you hear about such and such was killed over in like some Middle Eastern country, and you think to yourself, how the fuck did they get over there? Something like that.
Yeah.
Well, it's basically about this agency that takes certain kids that are graduating high school and sends them over to the Middle East under the guise of like a study abroad program or whatever, and uses them to gain intelligence on things. Okay. And they're only used for one mission, and they're barely trained, so that they have like plausible deniability, and they're just like disposable assets. But if they survive and come back, the premises are supposed to get whatever they want within the power of the agency that's sending them out there. Is basically the gist of the story. It's basically the main point of the plot.
Actually sounds pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, in the story, it sounds like it's basically just a scam to put kids to work.
But yeah, that's what it's about. And I'm still doing like the introduction part where I'm setting stuff up. So it's not going to get all actiony and exciting yet for a while. But I have no idea how long it's going to be at this point. I hope it's long enough that I can actually, get some good feedback off it, because I'm going to make you guys read it. I'm going to make at least one of you read it.
I'll read it. Like I say, it sounds cool.
I'll read it.
Yeah, I'm happy to.
Fantastic. 3 forms of feedback.
Yeah, I've still got my novel, which I've been trying to write as well. That's at 96 pages, and I haven't been able to touch it for about 3 months.
Oh. Well, good luck to you, good sir. Hope we can both finish our novels. It'll be fantastic. Let's see. What else have I been doing this week? Oh, yeah. I went on a Rocket League tear last night. It was great. Still want to play with Casey again, because that was fun.
Yeah.
And I really do think you have potential with that game, son.
Hey, well, I have it downloaded now, too. And so does Guy.
Yep, well, I'm playing it right now. No!
Apparently he's not playing it well, but he's playing it.
I'm having trouble multitasking here, alright? It's...
He probably missed a shot or something. He probably missed a wide open shot or something.
No, I just let it roll in.
Yeah, sometimes you can't avoid that. Also, yes, Rocket League is in the link dump again. I feel like that's going to be a thing for a while, kind of like Metal Gear Solid was, or whatever else was in the banned topics list.
I mean, we'll try not to, but
Did we ever ban Dark Souls from the banned topics list?
We did for a while. As a matter of fact, we haven't really talked about it at all. Like when 3 came out, we barely talked about it. So it's...
Oh yeah, that's true. We kind of skipped past most of them, yeah.
Yeah, I think you even mentioned that Dark Souls was a banned topic when we talked about it the short time we did the one time we did. So yeah, it's still upheld as a banned topic. So we follow our own rules, audience.
Apparently. I didn't even realize I was doing it, but yeah.
I'm training another person at work because that's what I do now. I'm head trainer extraordinaire.
You're a producer. You are the man.
There are like 5 other producers. And the last 3 assistant producers we've had, I've trained them all.
Yeah, but you went through the training most recently, probably, so you know how it's supposed to go, probably.
Oh, no, not 3, 4. 4. And no, I'm not. Because one of the ones I trained ended up being a producer like 3 months after I trained her because I'm that damn good at what I do. I'm thorough.
Well, there you go then. That's why they keep asking you to do it.
I hate responsibility.
But you're good with it.
Okay, but here's the thing. You are that good at training people to be producers and assistant producers and whatever. you are basically a shoe-in for the head producer or whatever it is whenever that person leaves.
Yeah, leave.
Promotion, boys.
It's not just going to be given to me because this is the kind of job where you don't get fired unless you like show a dick on the air. Like that's the only way you get fired from like this kind of job.
Well, hey.
Has anyone ever done that?
Yes.
Yes. Glad that no one had any hesitation on that. Yes, it's
all
happening.
the time. It happens everywhere. This happened at my station.
It
happened at my station like 6 months before I showed up there.
Yeah, I imagine showing a penis is probably the number one way of saying, fuck you, I hate this job, I'm leaving.
It was an accident, but yeah.
How do you do that by accident?
Whoops, I didn't wear any pants. Whoops, I'm sitting on top of the table.
I have to get the story in full, but it was like an accidental thing that slipped in. It was like they were making like a video package.
Whoops, I pressed the zoom button.
Using clips from stuff. And apparently
Whoops,
it made it on the air.
Now.
And nobody noticed in like the station until we got like an email from like a viewer like, hey, you guys just showed a dick on air. It was basically the entire...
Well, that dick is fired.
It's stories like this that make me realize my job is awesome.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah, but seriously, probably everyone that listens to the podcast is actually probably really jealous of your job. Because it's kind of cool. Like, it's a cool person job.
Trust me, I don't want to work at KFC. I'd rather work at your job. Yeah.
I worked hard for my job. Let's see. Let's move us along here. What else did I do this week? Oh yeah, 5 weeks till my hand's okay.
Yeah, your cast is already off.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Things are not mutually exclusive, Casey.
5 weeks
Really
until your
probably
hand
should be.
heals all crooked.
It's not going to heal crooked. If it was going to heal crooked, it would have already.
Uh-huh.
Listen, you don't understand. Who's worn a cast on that's listening to me right now?
Me.
What was it on?
My knee.
How was that?
Annoying.
Would you have torn it to shreds if you could?
No. Taking it off was actually kind of a pain in the ass because it was a cast and it was actually, adhesive to my leg, which is very, very hairy. That was not pleasant to take off, and I put it off for as long as I could.
All right, then. Well, I guess you don't know what I'm talking about. Never mind. I'm done. I've got nothing. I got nothing.
Yeah. No. Is that it for your week then?
Yeah, pretty much. Let's just move along.
Okay. I have a week. I had a week too.
Wait. So, Zero, how was your week? Host motherfucker.
Oh, it was pretty good. I had a couple odd work shifts the past week because the new guy was really coming into his own. Like one night I got to go home 2 hours early in the night, and the other day, hey, you can just leave it. You can just leave now. You want to leave now? Like sure. And then
isn't it great when the person you're teaching how to do your job is already good at it, so you don't really have to do anything?
For the last couple of days before then, I was just like sitting there watching him do my job. It was great because he needed the practice.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we have now another fully trained cook, which is going to be good because I'm going to be leaving for a while. I'm going to go. I'm driving down on Saturday to Southern California for 4th of July. I've mentioned before, but our friends down there have a beach house or beach apartment type thing. Big, nice place right on the beachfront. And we're going to be going there. And they're working because they're trying to settle a deal to buy a deli and everything.
So
they
you're
want to
not
own
only
a company.
rich, but all your parents' friends are rich. Awesome.
That's how it works, Kenchi. You not heard of social circles?
I,
Yeah, apparently Zero's friends have a Malibu beach house. Like, literally.
It's more like an apartment. It's got a few rooms. But it's not
Oh,
like
I'm
a
sorry.
full-
A Malibu beach apartment. My sincere fucking apologies. I got that detail wrong.
It's over in Huntington Beach, and we were gonna go and bicycle down for the parade and everything on 4th of July, and it's gonna be good.
Yeah, probably.
We're gonna have it pretty much all to ourselves though for a good while because they're gonna be busy. So that's good because the place usually gets cramped when they bring over everybody.
Yeah, it's not a very big beach apartment, is it?
No, it's only a 4-bedroom. Don't worry about it. It's nothing special.
No, it's not for. It's like they have like 2 rooms, and then you have the kitchen and the main living room, which are kind of like one big space, and it's the balcony. But you know, it's,
Yeah, he's
they got
barely
the
in management, really.
It's
So,
been
yeah,
so
we're gonna
long
do
since
that.
we've taken the piss out of Zero for being wealthy.
We're gonna do that, and then we're gonna come back for like a day, and then we're gonna head over to Vegas because my brother and my father are going to go see UFC 200 over in Vegas.
Yeah.
They don't have enough money for me to get a ticket as well, so
can you just like send me like a bus ticket or something? I'm off that week. Like I would love to. Can I go? I'd love to go.
I just want to
I can pay
clarify for
everything
everyone. Zero is going to Las Vegas. Zero,
that's right.
who does not drink, swear, gamble, probably won't solicit prostitutes, though I don't think we've explicitly said that he doesn't do that at any point in the podcast.
I haven't done that ever.
You totally should. You're gonna be they're gonna be gone all day for that thing. You're gonna be by yourself.
I'm
He's
gonna
not
be
by
with
himself,
my
he's getting
mom.
prostitutes. That's kind of the point, right? This is the
Good
point we're
point.
making.
There you go. That's why you're the host.
My mom wants to teach me blackjack and all sorts of other gambling things. And
You
I'm
don't
just
want to
like,
do this for reasons.
I can play slots. I played slots in the Pokemon games.
Slots are for pussies.
Yeah, they are.
Well, I
I'd
am
say
an
blackjack is a
amateur.
man's game, but I'm also trying very, very hard not to play blackjack pretty much every day of my life right now. So that's probably, you might be onto something with the not playing blackjack. Just gonna say that much.
Oh yeah, that's right. Your little gambling episode thing that happened.
Yeah, that's not stopped being a thing. So Yep.
I don't know. We might go see a few shows. They apparently have this giant like pool at the hotel with like a lazy river and everything that we are going to check out. And then that's it for my vacations for the summer. But I won't be on the podcast next week because I'm going to be in Vegas.
Baby.
So, yeah. In addition to, aside from plans for the future, Steam sale's been going on.
It has kind of shit.
So I bought a lot of stuff I never had the chance to buy before. Like I bought Cave Story for the first time.
Oh yeah, I played that for a
And I started up Cave Story, and I couldn't see all of the screen. And I got really upset.
How upset?
I was just like, I'm not going to play this game. And I just
cried a
closed
little
it, and
bit.
I just thought about how I just threw $4 into a fire. And
Ooh, Zero lost $4. Zero, who had to Las Vegas and beach houses on Malibu and stuff. For the
I
sale.
bought it with my personal money, not like my parents' money.
Oh, God.
I don't have a lot of personal money. I bought Dust and Elysian Tale.
Good game. Good Goodbye. Good one. Sorry. Not enough people talk about that game. It was really, really good.
Hey, if you want, we could do it for the channel, Casey. Since you seem to know more about it than me.
It's not that kind of game, really.
All right. I bought Hyper Light Drifter. I mentioned this before, and I kind of haven't played it since. And then I bought To the Moon, and I bought Rocket League and a small game called Lie Eat. That's about dragons that eat lies, and it seems like it's a cute game. It was only $2.
What?
Lie Eat. Yeah, it's about dragons, and they're a manifestation of people's wishes and stuff, and this particular dragon that you're playing as can eat lies. It seems like a really interesting experience. It looks cute. So, sure.
Eat lies.
Yeah. And so I have a friend who really likes a certain game franchise, and it was on sale for like $4. And I was like, dude, I'm not gonna play that game. Like, if I were to get it for free, then like I would, but I'm not gonna play that game. What are you talking about? He got really upset that I kept like talking about this game, so he bought it for me and said, "Now play it." And that game was Hyperdimension Neptunia.
Yeah. I remember you telling me about this, yeah.
I played it and I was like, hey, this is like that one Fairy Fencer F game I bought a while ago, which is not the greatest, but the combat's kind of addictive. Then I ended up buying the next 2 games, and then I felt very sad with myself.
Yeah, I probably would have too.
And then finally, I bought this really weird game that I was like, hey, education. It's learn Japanese to survive. Hiragana battle. It's an RPG where you learn Japanese to survive. It was like $2, and I was like, sure, I could learn some Japanese.
Okay, that might be a game that we could play on the channel. That sounds wonderful, and I want to see you play it.
It's like a JRPG, and like the entire world map is Japan, but like an RPG maker. Sure, I could play that. We could learn Japanese. We could all learn Japanese together. Yay!
Yay! Well, technically learn to read Japanese.
Well, yeah, they also have like the way it's pronounced too in it as well. So I guess I'll kind of learn it. They have like, oh, push the X for like how it's actually said or whatever. So, sure, educational gaming right there. Because I'm not going to be taking Japanese next semester, even though I wanted to. Because like it's like 5 credits for a Japanese course, and you can't have 4 classes in then a language course because you go 1 credit over the limit that they allow you to have, which is dumb. So yeah, those are the games I bought. In addition, in terms of news, the Berserk Muso, like the Berserk Warriors game, got its first gameplay shown. Like it's like 15-20 seconds of gameplay, but it looks good. So I recommend you guys check that out if you like Berserk or any sort of Warriors style game, because Berserk is kind of perfect for that style of game. As well as just this morning, they revealed like 7 new Pokemon over at Nintendo or Game Freak. And one is literally Puff the Magic Dragon, I swear. So, if you're into that, go check it out. Look at that. It's like Puff the... Look.
Yeah, pretty much.
Also,
also, apparently they're actually coming close to pinning down the 3DS emulation. So, yay. It's kind of nice.
Yay.
No one else cares, and except for Nintendo, who are probably mad about piracy. But I am really happy about it because modded Pokemon games.
Yay. Let's see what else happened. Yeah, I saw the Independence Day movie. I already gave my thoughts on that. Picked up my mom from the airport after being like over a week without her, and the first thing she does is say, "This place is a mess. We need to clean it up right now."
Get your ass to work.
Yeah. And now we have food in the house again, which is good.
Yay.
We're kind of running out of that. My Hero Academia ended, and they confirmed a second season.
Yeah.
Better
Made me sad. I thought they were just going to keep going with that and do some filler arcs, which I'd be fine with, to be honest. I'd be curious what they do for filler, but, you know.
Well, I think it's just because they weren't sure how well it would, like, do.
Did pretty well, from what I understand.
Yeah, it did. So you can look forward to seeing that.
Yay.
Wreck-It Ralph sequel has been confirmed to come in March 2018.
Literally bouncing in my seat a little bit there. But yay! When?
March 2018.
It's a while away. But I can wait.
So, a little bit of a wait on that. But they say they want to make more story-important video game characters. Like, already existing ones.
Yeah, because they really didn't do that in that game. There was literally none. It was all original stuff for the main characters. And a lot of the side characters, so yeah. And
episode 13 of ReZero aired, and I'm not going to spoil anything, but I've read a lot of these, like, oh man, I've been trapped in another world type things. I've watched a lot of them.
Yeah,
a lot of them really just...
You recommended all of them.
A lot of them, like, at first, like, they're good, and then it just gets really boring towards the end, and you realize it's just, like, wish fulfillment a lot of the time.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's all it really is. This episode made me actually see the character as a person. And, they were doing a good job of that so far, but I was like, yeah, okay, it was an episode that really, like, showed sides of the characters and put all its flaws on display. You've seen throughout the series, but they've not been really focused on. But it's like, it felt like it was spitting in the face of all the other types of things in this genre out there. Because it's like, oh, just use your willpower. Oh, just barge into the throne room and declare that you're the girl's knight. That doesn't work in real life. Like he gets the crap beaten out of him. It's like at one point he gets into a duel with somebody, and it's like, just give up. And the shonen thing, the main character thing is, I'll never give up. And then he gets beaten up to a pulp and gets knocked unconscious. And the main character, he shows a side of himself that we haven't really seen, and it made me actually hate the main character, but I understood where he was coming from and how he got to that point. It wasn't justified what he said, but I understood how he got to that point. And that made me actually really like the show a lot more. Because all of a sudden you now have a character that has to... Well, it's not all of a sudden, but the character really has points put out there that you really need to develop and overcome. And I don't know, it felt really good. Like, it felt like a breath of fresh air. Despite how horrible I felt after the episode because so many bad things happened. But from a writing point of view, it was genius. So go watch ReZero, at least to episode 13. Because I know that's a weird...
Because your name's in it.
Guilty as charged. No. Really, like, phenomenal example of just kind of subverting a lot of the common tropes of the genre. And I really liked it. And that's it for my week.
Yeah. But if you had one critique to give, you would probably say they should call it Re-King of Zero, right?
I'm not even going to answer that.
That's not a no. Okay. So, Random A. Mega Man Star Force. We were at a bit of an impasse as to what actually constituted the show, because on GoGo Anime it was the sub version, and that is about 10 minutes long. 9 minutes 44, I think.
The dubbed
exactly.
version is 20 minutes long.
Yeah, my understanding, and it's a little bit of guesswork, but a little bit of how the shows are slightly different, is that they recut the show for a Western audience. So instead of having like 50 episodes at about 10 minutes, I think it's 13 episodes. I think at about 20 minutes. Yeah. So they cut it down a lot and put it into actual regular show-sized episodes.
Mm.
Yeah, it was kind of dumb, but you know, it was a kiddie show, so it makes sense.
Like, I've seen a lot of Mega Man spin-offs. You've had Mega Man Legends, Mega Man EXE, Mega Man Zero even, technically, is different from the original Mega Man. But Mega Man Star Force is pretty much the dumbest one. Like, I don't like, if you like Mega Man Star Force, sorry, but an alien comes down and fuses with him, and now he's Mega Man.
Even though Mega Man's a robot.
Even though Mega Man's a robot. I mean, really?
Yeah. So, I'm gonna fucking sneeze.
You can say, like, Mega Man Legends, you're a robot. You know, you're at least robot parts. And you are a robot, and all of this plot stuff that whole thing's muddy. But Mega Man EXE, he's a program. Okay, that's close enough to a robot. Mega Man X, yeah, you're a super advanced robot. Mega Man Star Force, you're a kid that fused with an alien.
Yeah, it's a little... They probably didn't really need to do the Mega Man... Well, it was brand recognition. That's why they call it Mega Man.
You gotta fight those electromagnetic waves, dude.
Yeah. That was the thing that happened. I'll be honest, I've said as much in the chat. I kind of wish we would just riff this show, because watching either version, it was literally just giving us ammunition. Like, it was handing us jokes. It was like, you know, slow, right over the plate, just perfect setups. It would have been great, but, you know, that's... Oh well. Opportunities missed and such things.
I mean, we only watched one episode.
Yeah, we did. But,
I bet you they have a movie.
Everything
maybe.
in the movie.
I didn't check, so... Checking now, of course. Why does everything keep checking my browser, goddammit? It's starting to piss me off. Yeah, so... It opened, the first thing it shows you in the episode is, like, a literal wall of technobabble. I don't know what any of it actually meant. It was
we
something,
need to use
something
the visualizer.
Because all
broadband,
those,
and the thing it what?
because all those kids really care about that.
Like, I don't want a Mega Man with a buster that talks to him. Give me just Mega Man that's a robot and saves the world. That's all I need.
There is, as far as GoGo Anime is concerned, there is no Mega Man Star Force film.
Yeah, there isn't one, unfortunately. We could watch the final episode that makes no sense, but no.
The first episode made no sense.
Yeah. Oh, it had a 2-hour special when it first premiered.
So what? It had the first 12 episodes?
I don't know.
Yeah, so it was dumb. And
You gotta fight
unintentionally hilarious.
You gotta fight the invading FM planet's forces. Electromagnetic waves, and then you have FM.
So they have... Is this like an anti-gender fluid thing? Is this what this is about?
I think it's about just like all types of different radio waves and whatnot.
Oh, FM radio. Yeah, I don't know why my mind went to gender fluid first for FM, but
I don't know where you were going either, but the series has a strong theme of strength through bonds, according to the Wikipedia page.
You don't hear a lot about people attacking radios nowadays. I thought it would be a bit more on point with the message.
The first series borrows many elements from astrology and space, whereas the second series focuses more on folklore, such as the Loch Ness Monster.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that happened.
Raise your hands if you want us to just forget this entire thing ever happened.
I haven't even seen it, so I'm way ahead of you.
It's such a nothing show.
Yeah. Like I said, it's commentary fodder. We could watch it, make jokes over it, and it'd be great, but that's all the point it has. There is no value beyond that.
Frickin' just give me a Megaman X anime. That's all I want. That'd be awesome.
I need to get a Super Nintendo emulator and get Mega Man X. I want to play that again now that you said it.
I have it on my Wii U.
Well, I don't have a motherfucking Wii U, Zero, so
I'm just saying that I have it too.
I have to take an illegal approach. Damn you, Sigma. How dare you kill Zero. Not this Zero, the cool Zero.
Yeah, I know.
Nice. Okay, roll. 27.
Alright. 27.
What am I fighting for?
Oh, it's another high number. 22.
22?
I swear, it's the letter
22. Oh shit, my connection's timed out. There we go.
Still here.
22. You. That's not a lot of shows, so I'm gonna... 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
What we got?
20.
Ultimate Muscle. Ultimate Muscle.
Ultimate Muscle. Yes, Ultimate Muscle.
Yeah, so that's 25, so that's 50. 50.
Okay.
It's flat 50.
Alright. Come on, Ultimate Muscle. Come on, baby.
Muscle.
Daddy wants it. We got 17. Come on, Ultimate Muscle.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 16, 17 is Ultraviolet Code 044.
Son of a bitch!
You're so close! Ult! It started with Ult!
Yeah.
Gosh,
2 off. Sorry. I can recount it if you want, but that's what it is.
what's it called?
Ultraviolet Code 044.
Ultraviolet. What's it about?
044 becomes the strongest female soldier, excelling in combat through gene manipulation using a virus. However, in exchange for her abilities, her days become numbered. The next mission of her government is to destroy a bloodthirsty squad, Phage, yep, there it is, Phage, and its leader, King. In her battle, she encounters a Phage soldier, Luca, and finds herself unable to kill him. She wonders why, but as a result, Daxus Jr., the leader of the government group, regards her as a traitor. She is targeted by both Phage and the government, and she runs away with the injured Luca. Yeah, it's a vampire show.
Vampires?
Now, I know the disdain you said that with, but let's keep this in mind. This is Japan, not America, so it's not all Twilighty vampires.
I don't see how vampires.
So I expect extreme violence.
I do want to add as an aside that Ultraviolet is also the name of a British vampire TV show. Around 6 episodes. It was pretty good. It was like a modern day version of a vampire story where vampire hunters were government funded and used carbon bullets. That was it, because they would work on vampires for some reason.
Yeah, but
Carbon as in trees, I guess. But...
I guess so. Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Well, hey,
I don't think this has anything to do with that. I just wanted to mention it because it was a cool show.
Also, Madhouse produced this.
Huh. Okay.
So it might be good.
Might be.
I need something good. Last 2 weeks have not been great.
I get the feeling this was kind of intended to compete with Hellsing a little bit.
Oh.
That doesn't mean it's bad.
It doesn't. Again, just an aside to mention.
When I hear that she's the strongest female soldier excelling combat through gene manipulation, my first thing I think is Snake. I don't know why.
Because
I think Metal Gear Solid for some reason.
There was at least one, because Metal Gear Solid was a game where every fifth word was like jeans.
Yeah.
You could like drink. It was like a drinking game every time.
They really like Levi's. That was the thing about them. Yeah.
Well, if you play Metal Gear Rising, every fifth word is.
That came off as a joke that I don't. A very surrealist joke. Every fifth word is what, Zero? We didn't actually catch that. Memes. There we go. Okay. So, yeah, that's the show for next week. Topics. First topic. Bottle episodes. They're episodes where it's all done in one location. So, most obvious example that people are going to recognize for this type of episode would be the fly from Breaking Bad.
When there's a fly trapped in the lab and they have to get rid of it.
They don't have to get rid of it, but it's bothering
No, they have
so
to get
much.
rid of it because it's going to contaminate everything.
So he keeps saying for the 2 days that he's hunting the fly, yes.
Yeah,
And getting a lot less hinged as he does it. So
it'll ruin everything, that one fly.
So, yeah. Point of a bottle episode. Basically, the entire thing is designed so that everything hinges on the characters. And nothing else. Bottle episodes, they are basically outlined as the characters will make this interesting, and there is nothing else to really affect anything that's going on. So it's all the characters interacting with each other and causing whatever the purpose is to happen. So drama, comedy, depending on the show and genre.
Yeah. You could kind of just relate this to the Breakfast Club, I guess.
Okay, a little out from left field, but okay.
Yeah, that's actually a fairly good one.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm going to have to take your word for it because I haven't actually seen The Breakfast Club. So
Because it's them all just trapped in the school.
they're just stuck in detention. That's all the damn movie is.
Yeah. And then you get to meet all the characters through it. And the whole point of the movie is meeting the characters and seeing how they all interact with one another.
So not so much a bottle episode as a bottle movie?
Yeah.
Fair play.
And, the thing about a bottle episode or bottle movie is it has to be about the characters, and it has to be interesting,
Yeah, it's actually a pretty hard thing to do. You tend to rely a lot on the setting instead of the plot when you're writing stories. It's really difficult to focus on just the characters.
Yeah.
So yes, I'm a fan of it. Good thing to do if you can.
Yeah, not even just the setting. Like, the idea is nothing is happening. So all that there is the characters to make things happen. And a lot of the time, the way a bottle episode will work is there is a good reason for the bottle episode. Like, say, a common use is trapped in an elevator, or trapped in a house or flat, or trapped in detention, like you say with the Breakfast Club, where there is nothing else for them to do but interact with one another and talk to one another. And there are other circumstances, like I say with the elevator, where it can be designed to push the characters to the breaking point, and so that they interact in a new and interesting way when they've been put under so much pressure that they explode.
Yeah. Like, bottle episodes really succeed when you're able to learn about these characters, things that you didn't know beforehand, and you're able to just see a lot more of the characters that you've never seen before. And sometimes, in the case of Breaking Bad, it can just be completely comedic with the whole fly thing.
It wasn't completely comedic, but
but like, I was.
By the way, I killed your girlfriend.
Yeah, but that was like at the end.
Yeah. But, like I say, under a lot of pressure and hitting the breaking point kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I completely forgot that happened in that episode, actually. Like, until you mentioned, I was like, oh, but that happened at the end, so it's fine.
Yeah, that doesn't matter. There's no lasting consequences of that. Crazy talk.
No, but I'm a big fan of bottle episodes because I am very much a person that likes to look at good and interesting characters. Like, that's one of the things that really compels me to watch or read something. So
I'm starting to see a pattern. Right? I'm starting to see a pattern that a lot of people that write themselves, whether as amateurs or whatever, do tend to prefer to see the character side of things than just stuff's happening all the time. They want to see what the characters are thinking and doing. At least that's from my experience from the podcast and talking to other writers, basically. So,
well, I always tend to see stories as a character's journey through it and how it affects them, rather than having the plot be the main focus in my mind. Okay, so ball episodes.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Usually. How could you do a bottle episode wrong? Since we've talked about how to do them right.
Uninteresting characters. It's the obvious one there.
Yep.
Hey, lovely weather we're having. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good weather. Yep.
That actually is probably the basis of awkward British comedy. That would be a bottle episode for a British comedy.
That's actually done well usually, but lots of times it's done well.
Well, it's like when I think the worst way to do a ball episode would be to just have stuff that all the characters have talked about before, just in a ball episode, and not expanded upon in any way.
Would a flashback episode count as a bottle episode?
If that flashback takes place in one place, and that is all that there is to the episode, then yes.
Well, no, I'm thinking more like
when you're trapped in a room and everybody starts. Yeah, when you're trapped in a room and everybody's just flashing back to different parts of the show.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's a recap episode in my mind.
Kind of, yeah. I don't think it technically counts because not enough time is actually spent with the characters.
Or like
in
a
the present.
highlights type thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really count that.
Yeah. I mean, there's elements of it there, but I don't think it really counts. It's not focused on the characters, it's focused on things the characters are thinking about. So... how else could you do it wrong?
Try to put too much story into it. Well, I say that try to put too much happening in the scene when it should be focused on the characters. You try to force a story into it.
Either A, you fail at like trying to focus on the characters, or B, you break the bottle. That's what it is in my mind.
Yeah, that's probably a good way. If you get too much, so I can't remember what was. I'm thinking of a Doctor Who episodes that have done this, and yeah, one scene, and it's just it's a mess basically because it isn't interesting. I can't remember what episode it was now.
It wasn't. Oh, I think I know what you're talking about, but I really liked that episode, Midnight, where he's trapped in the train with all the people.
Yeah, that could be one. Actually, it wasn't the one I was thinking of. But yeah, that's.
Oh, I'm glad because I really, really liked that episode because it was really good. Like, it is literally an example of what I was talking about, putting people under pressure and seeing what they'd really do.
Almost got a Whovian war started.
Sorry?
He's saying that you almost got two Doctor Who fans fighting, basically, is what he's trying to say. He phrased it weirdly, but, it's whatever.
I wouldn't really call myself a Doctor Who fan, not that much.
At this point, I wouldn't either. Christ, that last season was terrible.
I haven't seen it.
I've never watched it, so, yeah.
It's retcon the season, so,
Yeah, what was the point of the season, then?
There wasn't one.
To be fair, Doctor Who pretty much constantly retcons itself.
It does, but the entire season was literally retconning itself.
Well, yeah, there's been other seasons like that, though. It's kind of part of Doctor Who that he goes back in time and undoes things a lot.
Yeah. It's hard to explain, especially having not seen it in like a year or so. But yeah, it was bad, trust me.
Yeah, I'm not doubting that, but just, Doctor Who continuity is something that's can't really criticize it because it's already all over the place.
Not really. It was more of a problem probably because they were messing with continuity for no other reason than Clara Oswald is the most important person in the universe and must always be perfectly happy and safe, and nothing must ever bad happen to her. Never. She's too important for reasons that are not particularly clear, but probably entirely valid, maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah, that was basically the crux of the season. It kind of rubbed some people the wrong way. Anyway, tangent over. Some people named me. Anyway, so yeah, bottle episodes usually really, really good. They're pretty difficult to get wrong if you have a decent cast of characters.
Yeah, because as long as your characters are good and you don't just spend the whole time retreading old ground or break the bottle, it'll be good. And most people don't make those mistakes.
Yeah. I'm not entirely sure they... Go on.
I think if you try to do it, then you're probably a competent writer. If you want to do it, then if you've got enough to do it, then it's probably going to be okay. It's just not many people try it, because it is fairly difficult, actually.
I'm not sure how easy it would be to pull off in a literary sense.
Well, a lot of...
Like, if you were to try that...
Like for a chapter?
Yeah, as a chapter. I don't think it would work as well. because it would just be dialogue constantly.
Yeah, exactly. Like the whole idea of it just being about the characters. That's writing.
Yeah. No, it could work. Actually, I was trying to write a bottle episode for a story 9 minutes. I never actually got the chapter out, but I was planning on writing one.
I don't know. Say I could see it if it was a one-shot or something.
Yeah,
a lot of my writing does. I don't know. A lot of my stuff is character-driven, so sometimes it feels kind of like a bottle episode, but I haven't done a full chapter that's just like a few characters talking. It's like a much more blurry line.
Actually thinking about it, I think someone actually did. That I can, reference directly. Less Wrong, famous for Harry Potter Methods of Rationality, did, I think it was one full chapter that was literally Harry Potter talking with Dumbledore about his whole next great adventure thing, and Harry wondering why Dumbledore is so eager to die. And the whole thing is just a conversation between the two of them talking about death.
That sounds good.
It was really good, yes.
I've never actually read Harry Potter Methods of Rationality.
It's a good read. I dropped off because I had stopped updating for a long time, but it was a good read up until then. For that one chapter alone, I'd probably recommend reading it anyway. Because, I know I just said it would probably be difficult to pull off doing a bottle episode as a chapter. Apparently you can do it, though, so shut me up. Me. I guess. So.
Oh, you got me thinking about the chapters which I haven't written now. I was planning for 9 minutes.
Yeah, I know. That sucks about that, right?
Yeah.
It's a shame. It's almost... Man, the things you could do if you were to keep those going.
No, I quit 9 minutes. I'm not going back to it.
How did you convince me to keep going with Face Every Shadow?
Because you have total creative freedom.
Yeah.
You can do anything.
Yeah,
that,
Serpent Guy, you could do anything you want to, so don't feel... So, you had that before when you quit. Well, shit. I tried whatever his name is, who messaged me to ask me to bug Serpent Guy. It didn't take. Sorry.
It's kind of the thing where if you don't want to write it, then that's it.
It's just not going to happen. I didn't want to write Face Every Shadow for 2 years.
Part of you really did.
Didn't. No, I didn't. I really, really didn't. I hated that story so much by that point.
But you want to fix it.
Now I do, because I've taken a long, long break from it. Gotten the hatred out of my system like some bad New Age medicine getting rid of toxins, and I'm feeling good about it again, and I want to give it another shot, so...
Yeah, I don't really... With 9 minutes, I don't hate it. I still quite like a lot of the story. I just don't really care about it anymore. It's over.
That's genuinely a shame. Oh well. So, next topic. How long have we been going?
About an hour and a half or something, isn't it?
I think it's...
a while.
Yeah, hour and 20, right about that. So next topic is making an unlikable character. Making the character that is kind of supposed to be hated by the audience.
Yeah, I probably have too much experience with this one. Although I've just realised that I can't really use this as an example because nobody would have read the story, which I'm prefacing.
Okay.
The Worm story I'm writing, Crime and Commitment.
That's the one.
I wrote a character who I tried to be as unlikable as possible. And I did this on space battles. Which, right there, you can see the problem. I based it on Joffrey, Game of Thrones. This character, he's a whiny little brat who's basically just entitled, arrogant, and he's got a big power that's just messing with the main character.
So basically any person that visits space battles, basically. Boom!
Yeah, and eventually this got to there has probably been about 500 posts on that character on why people don't like him. It has become, I probably succeeded too well, and I now started to regret ever trying that. Because it's space battles, and it was absolutely painful the amount of hate that he actually got. To the point where that hate spread across to the whole story. And yeah, it hurt.
Okay, that's a direction I was not expecting this to go in quite yet, is making an unlikable character, but not going too far. I mean, it certainly happens, making an unlikable character that has so little redeeming value. Joffrey being a perfect example that made his actor quit acting because he got so much shit for being Joffrey. Not a joke, that is actually what happened. Yeah, it happens. How you would curb that, I'm not entirely sure, to be honest with you.
To be honest, I actually really like Joffrey as a character. I like what he gave to the story. It was just that, element of messing with the readers almost, challenging them with this guy exists. I like that as I was reading it, but I've come to realise that quite a lot of other readers don't like that.
The idea, I think, was this guy exists while Ned Stark, etc. are dying in droves. But he's still alive. Kind of thing, yeah.
And then they got rid of Joffrey and they brought in Ramsay Bolton, which was actually even worse.
Technically, they got rid of Joffrey and made Littlefinger the disgusting little pest, and then killed him off, and then they brought in Ramsay Bolton as centre stage villain extraordinaire.
Yeah. But
sorry, pedantic.
Personally, I like the unlikable characters. I like them as bad. I don't think that if you're having a bad guy as an unlikable character, that's fine. Not every antagonist has to be a deep, complex character. It's fine just to have a hateful one. But not a lot of readers don't. So if you're going to put that in, go for it. Not going to discourage you, but just expect quite a lot of backlash.
When I think of unlikable characters, this is actually like I actually have an example for this. I think of anybody ever read Fool's Tournament, Persona fanfic?
I tried, failed.
The main characters are really unlikable. Like they are really bad people.
Yeah.
Right at the beginning, but as you read it, like those two and their relationship and how they develop, they become better. And I really like that payoff of this character. They weren't the greatest, but I think that's part of a big part of character development is if you have an unlikable character starting off as a main character, there's a lot of places you can go with that.
Yeah, right. I agree. I will say it doesn't work very well in fan fiction. Fan fiction is the...
Fan fiction is where people go to have happy feelings, I guess, apparently. So
which is annoying a bit. But...
It is, but, if the people want the happy thoughts, so bring in someone that they're supposed to hate and feel bad that he exists, that actually starts turning people away from your story. In fan fiction, at least. In
it might be a really good redemption arc with making the characters grow as a person, and that would be great. But a lot of them wouldn't actually listen.
Yeah, they wouldn't wait to get to that part,
Fanfiction readers, they don't have in general, fanfiction readers, they're just not very patient people.
I mentioned
ReZero. In fairness, fanfic, I'm going to talk earlier because fanfiction generally has a lot younger audience than pretty much anything else. Generally speaking, there are, older people with a bit more learned that dabble, I suppose, but more often than not, you're talking teenagers, you're talking young adults, probably at the oldest.
Yeah.
In general terms. So yeah, you get a lot less patience when it comes to characters that they don't like. They want them either gone or put into the background so they don't have to deal with them.
And
Not interested.
yeah, expect pretty much any character that falls into that category is going to get the Mary Sue or self-insert labels thrown on it.
Mm.
Even though it makes absolutely no sense, you're going to get somebody accusing that.
Yeah, I'm kind of sick of the Mary Sue label in general at this
I
point.
know.
Because it's so meaningless at this point. But
do you remember in 9 minutes how I had that Dan Marcus guy? I guess he was.
Yeah.
He was kind of my unlikable character, and I still can't understand how anyone would think that was a self-insert. But it did. He got called a self-insert.
The sociopathic murder hobo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am not sociopathic.
Well,
I mean, we don't know.
We could debate, but...
Okay, I am mostly not sociopathic.
Yeah, okay. Well, we'll settle for
a few
that.
sociopathic tendencies occasionally, but no, mostly I'm a well-rounded person.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, for clarification, it's meaningless because it's going to get drowned out by everyone else saying Mary Sue, Mary Sue, Mary Sue. Mary Sue is when, in fact, it's literally the opposite of what we're talking about here. It is a character that is powerful, that is capable, that is intelligent, and everyone loves them all the time and agrees with everything they say. That is a Mary Sue, goddammit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you want to generalise that, a Mary Sue is plot armour, basically. It's where the plot revolves around this one character. And a lot of people, when they don't like a character, they say this character's a plot warp. When he's not, it's just part of the plot. They try to justify not liking that character in that way.
I did want to mention... I mentioned ReZero earlier with that episode, but kind of like just how it's not limited to fantasy. A lot of the people who watch this type of, I've been trapped into another world type thing, you usually get basically characters that end up becoming Mary Sues a lot of the time in that. And like the main, and like everybody was liking the main character up until the most recent episode where it's like, hey, this character has, hey, these are his flaws, and this is why, although he got lucky in these situations, it doesn't work in all these situations. And everybody's like, oh man, this character just went full retard, and oh man, I hate this character. And it's like, this character's been shown to be dumb. This character's been shown to be stubborn. This character's been shown to be weak. And it's just like all that stuff kind of culminated in one bad series of events, and everybody all of a sudden turns and hates the character. And I read that a lot of the Japanese people who followed it just dropped the story after reading that. And were like, no, I'm not going to look at that.
I'm not
I want to feel good
No,
and get my power fantasy on. So,
which is kind of, if you don't like that type of attitude, avoid space battles at all costs.
yeah.
Wanting the power fantasy?
Mhm.
Yeah, Power Fantasy is an uplift. That is the thing that Space Battles runs on, basically. As far as the creative writing section goes, anyway.
But like, it's kind of interesting in ReZero's case because at the beginning they used a lot of the tropes that would attract people who would typically like that type of story, and then they kind of just were like, no, this isn't that kind of story. It's no, the only like the character can be killed and maimed and everything. Only thing is he's just gonna go back in time, but he'll still have all the memories and traumas that he got. But you start to show a character can have actual flaws when you're like, oh man, I've been liking this character. It's like, where did that come from? And people won't tend to look deeper into the stuff that's been going on with the character the whole time.
I really wish that wasn't on topic. because I am so very tempted to just put ReZero on the banned topics list at this point.
I'm sorry, I like it.
I know that very well. Thank you. Anything else to say for this particular topic?
I said my piece.
Yes, you did.
He's praised ReZero. I've got my grudge of space battles out of the way. I think we're covered.
Oh, the grudge on space battles is never out of the way. Especially when you still go there. That's going to hang around you for a long time.
Yeah, it is.
Alright.
I still haven't gone on space battles because I was going to do something that I might put on space battles. I still haven't done that.
If you like torturing yourself, go for it.
If you invent the printing press, they will love you forever.
Okay. Well, I guess I'm not going there.
Sorry, it's just every self-insert story that is in, let's say, pre-Renaissance setting. The main character always invents the printing press. It is always the first thing that they go for. And that's...
I read one where Tyrion Lannister did that.
Yep. And Robert Baratheon and Theon Greyjoy.
I wouldn't know. Like, if I were to seriously do a self-insert, I would not know how to create the printing press or anything. I'd be like, well, I guess I'll try to survive. I don't know how to make things. But,
yeah, I don't either, so that's why Whitest Man in Skyrim is not going on space battles.
Yeah.
I'm an engineer. I could make stuff like that.
You probably could, yeah.
Did I tell you about the race car I built?
Yeah.
With the kids, yeah.
Yeah.
The ones that you hate everyone that was involved in the project.
Yes! They don't appreciate my work.
No one does. No one appreciates an engineer. Sad to say.
I'm telling you.
We appreciate you, Guy. Not for the engineering, but, for everything else. Pretty cool. Tell a lie. We appreciate the mortar stories. That's the part we like about the engineering. So, yeah, do more things with mortars. Yeah, and yeah. Shoot more things with mortars and invent the printing press, and then you'll have friends for the rest of your life.
Did I tell you the story on the security scare that we had the other week?
No.
So yeah, we built a electric motor. So part of what our product is, they go into missiles, and so apparently they fired one of these missiles over somewhere. They'd never actually disclosed where, but it didn't explode. So there was a big security scare because there's this missile that's been fired in a hostile environment, and then there's the name of our company right there on the electric servo drive for the steering system. So there was a very big security scare over that because, yep, all of these terrorists, they suddenly have our company's name. Yeah, that was fun. There was lots of security guys coming in and everything. Okay. And everybody got new passwords and things like that. Okay. So I might be assassinated.
So, how about that next topic? Okay, let's talk techniques for making the audience hate a character.
That was a fun story.
For a certain definition. So, how do you make the audience hate a character?
Joffrey, Game of Thrones.
Yeah, that's it. How to hate a main character is make them a dick. Just to everyone. Just don't make it justifiable. Later on you can say, okay, this is why they are, but don't make it like they're in the right.
Yeah. Negative traits, front and center. They can have the positive ones too, just make them less obvious and less consistent.
The easy way to make an audience hate a character is to give them bad traits and then make them succeed against your protagonist. That's always going to work.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
This guy's a liar and a cheater, and he totally won.
Liar and cheater, that's more of a grey area as far as positive negative is concerned.
Just make him a douche.
You know what I mean, though,
Yeah.
right?
But don't make him the funny type of douche like Archer is. Just
Make him be like, Also, if you want to have any sort of classist or racism type thing going, that works too.
That's easy though. That's like
that's the easy way, right? Like
have him tell jokes.
Draco Malfoy.
Have him tell jokes that he thinks are funny but are pretty much just offensive to everyone in earshot, and he laughs at them himself. And then doesn't care that no one else is laughing. Actually, just generally have someone laugh at their own jokes. That's actually a pretty good standby. I mean, everyone hates me, so, you know. Thank you for the pity laugh. I appreciate it. It's good.
Think you had to squeak that one out.
For example, also, Zero just laughed at his own joke and everyone hates him now.
I did. That's a good example.
Yeah. I say now. Everyone always hated Zero.
I was laughing at your silence after that, though, to be honest.
A good pregnant pause is a good joke on its own. It's its own reward. All right. Anything else to make an audience hate a character?
Like, really have them pick on the weak. That's the easy way.
A bit, mustache twirling, but yes, I guess.
Yeah. Well, have them be a coward. Like, to the extent where, oh man, this person's way weaker than me. I might as well just, mess with them. And somebody strong should be like, oh, hey, they run away.
So when you say make them unlikable, are you talking just make them uninteresting or make them actually hateable?
Actively hateable.
Well, okay. Well,
yeah, I would say you've got to try harder than stand.
Yeah, you gotta have them do something unforgivable. This is another easy way.
Betrayal is usually a good one.
Yeah.
An easy
the stronger
thing.
the type of betrayal, the better.
An easy thing that works is drawing from real life. Think of the people that you hate.
Yeah,
Why
who do you
them?
hate? What did they do to you?
Well, see, at the moment, I hate just over half of the country, so I'm not entirely sure how to be more specific on that one at the moment.
Well, you can't. This still works. What did half of the country do to you?
Something stupid.
Yeah, very. He wasn't exactly smart.
Something stupid that will affect you in the future, and you're aware of this, correct?
Oh, yeah, good. Fair play. Yeah.
It's that sort of thing, like that. Like someone did something stupid that
someone does something stupid that makes things actively worse for everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty solid.
If you want to make it worse, have them not learn from it and be even more stupid.
Yeah, they do something that's stupid, and they get called on it, and they just don't care.
And they think they're in the right.
That sounds a lot like Donald Trump, actually. Zero self-awareness.
Here's the thing. 99% of the world hates Donald Trump.
He's a very hateable character.
Yeah, he is. So, if you want to make a hateable character, or, want to make a character more hateable, just take some tips from Donald Trump. Just do what he does with the character.
Trick is to give him all those personality traits and then make him successful. That will make characters hate him more than anything else. The fact that he's actually successful and somehow succeeding.
He doesn't have to be Hitler, but you can do Donald Trump.
Okay, so that's that topic.
That took a very political turn.
A little bit. It's topical. Yeah, we've basically already elected our idiot, xenophobic creepy motherfucker. So
you get an idiot, and
we're ahead of the curve.
Hey, that's not official
ahead
yet.
of the curve. Yeah.
It's not official yet.
Fair play.
Is he actually going to win? I thought he was still behind in the polls.
Who are we talking about specifically?
Donald Trump.
Here's the thing. People don't like him, but a lot of people don't like Hillary either.
Yeah.
Like, it's truly the epitome of the episode of South Park where you get to choose either a giant douche or a turd sandwich. Like, no one wins.
Yeah. It's pick the lesser of two evils. Oh, wait, they're both evil.
Which one do you hate less is the general idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna say it'd be the giant douche would be better because I don't have to eat the giant douche. It's actually a metaphor that works pretty damn well for the situation, so I'm just saying. Yeah.
Okay. I think we're done on that topic.
Yeah, I think we are too. We're going to go off topic very quickly there.
Yeah, it happens. It's been a while, but it happens. Recommendations. Slicer had one that I should probably mention. He did let me know before his connection went screwy. He's recommending Brutal Harry by Lord's Fire. I actually remember that one specifically because it was a really good story, and the guy reviewed me once, and I was really happy about it. Fanboy moment kind of thing. So yeah, Harry Potter with a bit more of a realistic bent on how he would grow up and how he would develop in an abusive household. So he is very utilitarian, very abrupt with people, doesn't socialize. Yeah, and that's basically the character that you get instead of canon Harry Potter.
You mean Malfoy? Sounds a bit like Malfoy.
Malfoy was not utilitarian, and he did socialize because Daddy told him to. Harry does not socialize. He does not care to know other people. He wants to survive, basically. He has learned that he needs to rely on himself and do whatever he can to get a leg up so that he can survive because everyone's out to get him.
I know.
Which isn't wrong, so, it's actually a pretty good story. The sequel, not so much. I would not recommend the sequel, and I don't think Slicer does either. So, once you've read the first one, just probably stop there. Fine. Yeah. Goes into some religious overtones in the sequel for some reason. It's not good. For varying reasons.
Hey, the fanfiction website is just another soapbox.
Basically, yeah. Anyone else? Recommendations?
I'm going to recommend Persona 4 Face Every Shadow the Golden.
Thanks, Zero.
No,
you gonna review
seriously.
it as well? Good story, thumbs up. Is that what's gonna happen?
I did add that in my review. But it is, if you haven't gotten the chance to read it before, it was one of the first stories I read on the site, and it's really good. Casey's rewriting it, so it's gonna. So if you never got into it, because it wasn't that readable, or something like that, or you didn't like this particular thing, I recommend just give it another go because he's fixing it up and making it look good.
Trying to, anyway. We'll see how it goes.
Oh, and we got a question, by the way.
We did. We'll get to that after, I guess.
Okay.
Was that the Attack on Titan question?
Yeah, and somebody recommended we do a game as well, which I looked into, like Dead by Daylight, where you got 4 people and one person's the killer, so it's a 5-person multiplayer game.
Oh yeah, I read that that thing too.
Which would be good if all of us had good internet.
But we don't. at the best of times. So.
So, anybody else got recommendations?
I am looking through all of the stuff that I've been reading recently, so bear with me while I'm looking through all that. I feel like I read something on space battles recently, so I'm going to pull that up. Anyone else got anything?
Nah, I still haven't found anything in a long time that I'd recommend.
Thanks, Kenshi.
What do you want me to do? I have taste.
It is true. Like we have developed this thing called standards.
Yeah,
it sucks, doesn't it? Really limits your options.
It really does.
Like, people are looking. These recommendations exist for a reason. The people listening to this are actually going to try and read some of this in theory. So, like,
how often does that actually happen to you? How many of our readers actually listen to our recommendations?
No idea. Some people do.
I've seen a few people show interest in our recommendations.
Yeah.
So it's not like these go out to nobody.
and I don't want the Kenshi brand name attached to something I don't believe in.
It's now your brand.
I am a brand.
Wow,
You
that's a
better
bad
trademark
brand.
that.
Well, it is technically a brand. I mean, he does have the 618 Slam. It's on a video on our channel, so...
And this channel, the reason you want me to pimp it so much is because I have a brand.
It is true.
He's not wrong. Oh, yeah. Okay, my recommendation, I did find something eventually. So much of the stuff that I put on my list is not worth a recommendation. I'll read it, but it's not worth a recommendation.
It's okay. Like, I'm the same.
Yeah. So this one is called A Better Class of Criminal. It is technically DC Universe self-insert, but it doesn't come up very often. So the story is basically random omnipotent bastard, etc. Drops Guy into DC Universe in Gotham and gives him the powers of, I think it's called Libriomancy or something along those lines. It was a series of books. Basically, you can pull things out of books. So an example
that's incredibly broken.
Ish. For example, as an example that's actually used in the story, he can fly, but he has to read a page from Peter Pan, get immersed in the story, and pull out the fairy dust from the story and use that to fly.
Okay.
And think happy thoughts, because that's how people interpret that story, even though canonically Peter Pan says you don't have to think happy thoughts. People think you do. They think that's how it works, so that's how it works.
Well, as long as he doesn't read H.P. Lovecraft.
Yeah, I was actually just thinking the same.
That's what I was thinking when I thought broken. I was like, if he really wanted to, hey, it's Cthulhu.
He absolutely could. It would take a lot of power, probably not enough to, kill him. But he probably could do that.
Just bring forth an eldritch god, why don't you?
Yeah, so basically he has set himself up as a crime boss in Gotham. It's pretty good. Solid. It doesn't really go into crime or anything. It starts after he's getting out of Arkham Asylum for a stint where everyone expects him to go out and come back in again. And decides, hey, I'm going to run for mayor. So all that, establishing himself as a criminal and a crime boss and stuff like that would make a pretty interesting story is kind of skipped. And just moved on to the I'm going to pretend to be a good guy while really kind of being a bad guy still. I probably would have preferred to read some of the Rise to Glory bit and then get to this. It feels like it's jumping the gun a little bit, but, But it's pretty well written. It establishes the rules quite well. The self-insert decides every now and again he wants to go to Metropolis to fuck with Superman, and does, because his powers are magic, so automatic win. like literally automatic win. That's it. So every now and again, just fucks with Superman for a bit and then lets him go on his way because Superman protects the world and he lives on the world, so it's kind of important that he keeps doing that. Yeah. So it's well written. I'm not entirely sure where the plot's going, because like I say, it feels like it missed a few steps, but
I'm going to check that out. You want to link that for us?
yeah, I like the sense of humor it has, so I'm going to recommend that and call that my recommendation for this week.
All right.
Yeah, it's very, very early days for it, but hopefully it goes somewhere cool. All right. So nobody else has recommendations? We're all...
Unfortunately not.
I do not.
And Zero's was...
Your story.
Oh, right, yeah, I'm not linking that, but thanks.
Yeah.
That's
This is really the only fanfiction I've read recently.
that's not really an endorsement of quality, but again, thanks, I guess.
I only read things that are quality.
You say so. I would immediately disagree based on your recent reading list, but whatever.
You know what? I read things that are quality at the time, and then most of the time they turn into crap. Yours will be different, though.
Unlike the first time, right?
Kiss of death. Kiss of death.
Oh.
Okay. So, what's the date today? It's fucking 30th. Okay.
30th.
Not yet. So, I would like... No problem.
Sorry, no, it was just somebody scored a shot which they shouldn't have got.
He's still playing Rocket League.
Yeah. Okay. I'd like to thank everybody for listening to the Fandom Flux Podcast episode 136. If you'd like to get in contact, we can do so through YouTube channel through the comments. Please donate on Patreon if you feel so inclined. Once again, I'd like to thank everybody for listening to the Fandom Flux Podcast episode 136. Bye now.
Bye.
Bye.